There could be a new soft target in the age of cyber warfare: the personal computers of formerly high-ranking officials. The FBI is pursuing foreign hackers, believed to be from China, that targeted the PC of retired Admiral Mike Mullen, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Devlin Barrett has broken the story for the Wall Street Journal, and he joins us from Washington. Devlin, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. So, first off, before we get to this particular incident, why are hackers targeting former officials?
It's kind of an interesting situation because hackers have been, especially foreign-based hackers, are looking for soft points in the U.S. security and U.S. intelligence apparatus. And one of the ones that they've apparently seized on is this issue of the personal computers of folks who used to have very senior positions within the U.S. government, but who are now retired or out of government, because those computers are outside the government-guarded networks. Okay,
and presumably these people maybe still have or be in proximity to classified information, or folks in power that trust them and share information with them, etc.
Right, and there's all sorts of things that foreign nations might want to know just from former U.S. officials, such as who they're talking with, what sorts of meetings they're having, and just what they think in general about a lot of topics. And all those things are things you might be able to glean from, for example, penetrating a former official's personal email account.
Okay, and in this case, we're talking about former Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman Mike Mullen, Admiral Mike Mullen. What might have been taken from his computer? Do we know?
Well, it's interesting. They believe that there's some evidence to show that they did access his personal emails. Now, what exactly was on them isn't totally clear. We're told that the retired admiral did not keep any classified information or sensitive U.S. intelligence secrets on his personal email, but these computers were computers he used at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. So he's physically in proximity to a lot of people who, frankly, are still within the government and still working on sensitive matters.
Okay, and in that regard, maybe foreign hackers can, if they can't get classified information per se, they may be able to at least get a window into the thinking of high-ranking officials. Is that the concern?
Right. There's a whole host of areas that they could go to depending on how successful they are. One is what Mullen and his friends and associates are thinking about various geopolitical issues. Another is, is there some way to use, one of the things hackers love to do is use one person's computer to attack another person's computer. And it's a pretty common thing to see hackers use a trusted email account, in this case it would be a former official, to go at the email account of a current government official.
Okay, and it looks like that this particular hack may have originated in China?
Yeah, there's some evidence that points to hackers in China as being the source of it. It's still fairly early on in the investigation, so I don't think that officials have, nailed down all four corners of this. But that's the initial indication, yes.
Okay, now, is there any evidence of similar attacks, or is this a one-off?
No, it's definitely not a one-off. What we're told is that this is part of a pattern that goes back several years in which hackers have repeatedly gone after the personal computers of former officials. The folks I talked to were not willing to identify any of the past cases, but they insisted that those cases are serious. It is a common tactic, and it is something that they worry about a lot.
Okay. Devlin Barrett, thanks so much for joining us this morning.